morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also some other crafts that I'm involved in and a little bit of life thrown in. This is my 69th FlossTube video, and it is Sunday. It is November 15th, 2020, and it is a really bright, pretty day here in Southern California with nice, like, cool, crisp weather in the, I don't know, I would say it's probably about 65 today. Maybe it'll get a little bit warmer this afternoon, but it's really nice. So I'm on a take two. I just messed up my video. I've done like 15 minutes of talking to my camera and then hit something and it ended, so I'm starting over again. Let's see. So I want to say welcome to everybody. If this is your first time finding my channel, then thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like what you see and want to hit the like button and subscribe and come back and see me every week. I do Sunday videos every week, and I'm really enjoying doing that. And I enjoy all of my subscribers so much. You guys are a light in my life, and I really appreciate all of the support you give me and all the love and everything. It really makes me feel good. So if you are new, welcome. Please join us. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and supporting me emotionally, and I don't know, is it physically? Well, no, physically, because you would be actually holding me up, but you're holding me up spiritually. There we go. Anyway, so what's going on in my life this week? I'm kind of put myself on a little bit of a self-imposed quarantine because until Thanksgiving, I was supposed to actually go over to my brother's yesterday, and I decided not to go until Thanksgiving because I had just a different thing that I had to do this week. I took my California notary test, and except for going to work with the two people that I work with every day and a occasional trip to a store fully masked and running around, last week is the first time I was ever in a situation with a lot of strangers. I had to take this test, so I was in a hotel room, not a hotel room, but like a banquet room. It was all socially distanced. Everybody was wearing a mask, but I still felt, because I was in the room for like 4 hours with a bunch of strangers, that just like out of an abundance of caution, that it would be a good idea for me to just stay home and not expose myself to my brother's family for 2 weeks. So actually it's gonna be like 16 days that I am not there, so that I can feel when I go over there for Thanksgiving that I've done everything that I can do to be safe and keep them safe and everything. Just because I was exposed to people that I don't know. So like I said, it was socially distanced and everybody was wearing a mask, although the lady who was sitting next to me at this test was driving me crazy, because first of all, she was wearing her mask under her nose the entire time, which just drives me crazy. It's like, that is not the correct way to wear your mask, people. It's not protecting the people around you if you're huffing your germs out your nose at them. And really, the mask is for other people, mostly. You know, it's like we're helping each other when we're all wearing masks, because yes, it's protecting you a little bit, but for the most part, it's protecting other people from you. So wearing it under your nose is really not a good societal person thing to do. Yeah, I know this was not good words, but and then the other thing is that she had, like, I don't know if it was a smoker's cough or what, but she was coughing the entire time. Like, there was an hour and a half of like review and stuff like that before the well, actually more than an hour and a half, like maybe 2.5 hours before the test actually started, and she was just like kind of like coughing the whole time. And every time she would cough, you know how it is nowadays, if somebody coughs around you, it just like makes those little hairs on the back of your neck go up. And so she was coughing the whole time, and then right when the test started, This is a proctored test, and it's very like strict, you know, nothing on the table except, you know, your pencil and a pair of glasses if you need them. Everything has to be put away. You have no access to anything. You can't leave the room. Yeah, it's very strict because, you know, this is like a legal a test to get a notary, which has legal powers, and can affect people's lives and property and stuff. But as soon as the test started, she started having a coughing fit, like really loud. And again, she's next to me. I couldn't concentrate on anything while she was doing that. And finally the proctors came over to her and she's like, I have to leave the room. And they're like, okay, you can, you know, step out to get some water, but you can't take anything with you. And so she was trying to take her bag or whatever. They're like, you can't unless you want to leave and, you know, reschedule. So that all got worked out. But I mean, seriously, there was like a 5-minute period there during this time test where I was just like, I'm just staring at the paper waiting for her to leave because it was just so distracting. I couldn't concentrate on the questions. But anyway, so having that happen also increased my desire to maybe stay at home and not expose myself that had been exposed to other people to my brother's family. So anyway, so I'm at home, except for going to work, until Thanksgiving. But then on Thanksgiving, I'm going to actually spend the night. And so I don't have to rush home Thanksgiving evening. I'm going to give Baggy extra food. He's a cat. He's fine. He'll be fine for, you know, a day without me there. And I'm going to get to spend the night. And the kids are like arguing about who's going to get to sleep downstairs on the couch next to me. And, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. To be able to have an extra glass of wine maybe and not have to worry about driving home. So I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving. So, let's see, what else? I wanted to say to anybody, I've noticed in the last couple of videos that I've done, and I don't know if it's because I hit a certain level of subscribers or what it is, but I've been attacked a little bit by like porn bots on the comments. Excuse me. And as soon as I see them, I delete them and I flag them and I report them and all that kind of stuff. But if you happen to see something like that on my channel, I'm sorry if it's offensive. It is offensive, but I get rid of it as soon as I can, and I have no control over it getting on there. And I don't know why certain videos seem to attract them more than others. If anybody knows that, let me know. But I had one video where it just like it kept happening like 8 times, and other videos it'll just happen like once that I'll get something weird. But I do delete them as soon as I see them. So I know on some channels, like I know Michelle Bendy does a best new thing and everything. I did find something this week that just made me really excited. And I don't know why I've never like known about this before, but I was in Marshall's. I was running through Marshall's, just basically I decided to go in there to get the face wipes that I normally get from Marshall's, because I can get like big packs that I really like, the scents and everything, and they're inexpensive. And during this whole pandemic thing, I haven't been able to find anything comparable in any of the online stuff, and nothing that I like comparably, and even the stuff that I find that I don't like as well is way more expensive. So anyway, I decided to go into Marshall's, and while I was there, I saw this bag, which I'm going to use as my purse, and it's Laurel Birch. It was a great price. I saw this on eBay after I purchased it for $19, and I saw it on eBay for like $60. So I feel like I did get a good a deal on this, but I was like, how come I've never heard of Laurel Birch before? I mean, I love this, and it did look familiar to me, but I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen purses like that. Or anyway, so I went on eBay, as I said, and I thought, oh, I'll put in cross stitch. Of course, I've seen these before because Laurel Birch is one of the artists that they've done miracle kits, and I got these 5 kits, which are all Laurel Birch, were sent to me by a viewer months ago. I mean, I was so thrilled when I got these. They're kind of a pass the stash thing because she had stitched them, so there's extra flosses in them, but you know, she had used the flosses and But they're Laurel Birch. So I was like, when I found this purse, and then I'm like, they look familiar, but this is why, because I have these wonderful charts that, you know, somebody gifted me. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. That's one of my things this evening is I'm going to, or this afternoon, I'm going to be putting a new purse together. So, okay. I think that's it for all the what's going on in the world, in my world right now. So let's get to the cross stitch. I actually have a lot of whips to show you today. I have 10 things to show you. I don't have any finishes or any new starts. I have an almost finish, which I think will be finished today because I got so close on finishing last night, and I kind of wanted to do it before the video so I could show you guys, and then it just got too late. So that would be my Satsuma Street Leo that I am so close to finishing. So I just have this little bit of his leg to finish right there. And then I think the lion's done, and then I just have the tree. So there's a big blue tree that goes there, and then the green leaves that get attached to here. But everything over here is finished, and I finished the cute little birdie. Oh, sorry. The little bird. So I have really enjoyed this stitch. I did this partly because it's Leo, and I did it during my birthday month, or I started it close to my birthday, which I've done now for the last 2 years. I've done a lion thing for my birthday, so I'm kind of liking that tradition. And I wanted to try something on a black fabric. So the black Aida, 14 count Aida. I love the bright colors. Love the bright colors on the black. It just, I like her style, the Satsuma Street style so much, and it just works so well in the black. I love it. So I think I'm going to just put this in a simple, I have those like kind of like stretchy hoop frames, and I think I have one that would be the right size for this. So I think I'm just going to do that kind of simple, just stick it in one of those decorative frame hoops, and that will be it. So hopefully next week that will be done, and I will have it to show you, because I think I'm going to finish working on this tonight just so that I can get it done. I'll mark it off my whip list because I'm trying to whittle that down. Okay, so then the other whips I worked on this week, as I said, I have a lot of them. And part of the reason I did is because I made a conscious decision to try and work on more than one thing an evening instead of, you know, stitching 4 or 5 hours on one thing. I would switch off, and so it gave me a lot more projects. This project, I'm not actually sure if I did any additional stitching on this since I showed it to you last, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to show it to you again. So this is the Mill Hill Moonstruck that I am so close to finishing. I know I didn't stitch any more actual of the stitches. That's the same, but I think I did a little bit more beading that maybe you haven't seen. So this also is pretty close to a finish, so I'm hoping to get that done maybe by the end of the month. I had this finished before, but I forgot to show it to you, so I did that cute little spider. So again, I'm not sure if there's any new stitching on that, but or new beading, but I figured it wouldn't hurt you to see it again. Okay, so then speaking of beading, I was on a Zoom call yesterday with the Southern California Stitching Group and decided to work on my Ringing Meadows, which is my bead embroidery. So I did basically all this, well, this blue, definitely this half of this daisy, and then kind of from here on up in this area. And I'm really enjoying this when I pull it out. When I was working on it yesterday, I'm like, why haven't I worked on this in a while? Because I really, really like it. It's fun. It's a different kind of thing, you know. It's like I enjoy cross stitch so much, but I also enjoy like pulling out the counted canvas or something like this, which is still needle and thread and, you know, all of the stuff that I enjoy working with, but it's slightly different techniques and different medium that that you're working with, and I love the way it's looking. I mean, this is a big thing, so it's going to take a while to get, you know, to get significant work on it, but I just really like it. I like how it looks. I like working on it because it's fun to work on, and yeah, so I'm glad to be doing that. Last Sunday I pulled out Ella. Again, I was on a Zoom call, so if I'm on a Zoom call, I set up my computer there, and then it's easy to work on my table. And I got a lot more done over here. And this is, oh well, it's going to be hard to get the picture, but this is the Ella the Frog Princess. So, Mirabilia. Another project I am totally enjoying. I mean, this is going to take a long time to get done, but that's okay. All right. Then, let's see. Okay, I did work on my sampler of Shaw. This is by Jardin Privé. Did I hold that up too fast? And I'm doing this on a 20 count Aida. This is the first time I worked on 20 count Aida. The first time I'm working with Sulky. And it is so enjoyable. It's inspired me on my next long dog, which I started last week, to use the same thing. 20 count Aida and Sulky. So I pulled this out. I haven't had this out in a couple weeks. And pulled it out, and it was one of those like, oh yeah, this is really pretty. So I did the D. I know I did that this week, and then I started this little rose motif and finished that. The Sulky Blendables, which is their variegated ones, are just so pretty. Oops. Okay, try this again. It's just, yeah, it's really pretty, and it's really nice to work with, and I really like the way it looks on the 20 count. Yeah, I'm just enjoying everything about this. So, and then, as I said, those materials inspired me when I started working on this pavane for these times, which I'm doing instead of pandemic because I like it better. So this is my remembrance of 2020 and everything we have gone through piece. And it says, turn your face to the sun and the shadows fall behind you. Not that I don't like pandemic, but for whatever reason, this one just really spoke to me. So, oops, got the weird needle sticking out here. So I got a bit more done on this. I've stitched on this, I think maybe 3 times now. So the third time I broke whatever curse it was, because the first 2 times I stitched on it, I ended up having to frog a bunch for just like miscounting like one X and then half an hour later I realized it and ended up having to pull out everything. But last time I worked on it, that didn't happen. So maybe I broke that little curse that was there for a minute. But this Blendables is called Peacock Plume. So I know it doesn't really look like anything yet, except the little flower there does. But again, I'm just enjoying working with the Sulky on the 20 count. That's like a magic thing for me. Oops. Okay, then I worked on a few projects that are gift projects, and I got in my head like maybe I'll be able to get these done by the holidays. That's kind of ambitious, but I'm gonna try and put in some stitching time on each of these every week. Just maybe I can get it done. So this is the Chickadees. I think it's called First Encounter by Crossed Wing Collection, which I'm doing for my friend Tracy. And she watches my videos, but I almost am showing this to her like every time we're on a Zoom call. I'm like, oh, look what I did on the Chickadees. So she really likes very natural or naturalistic stitches. Crossed Wing Collection is great for that because they have such pretty birds. And she's the one I talk about her all the time. She has a bird feeder in her backyard and is just enjoying the birds and the squirrels and the, well, maybe not the squirrel so much, but the chipmunks. She likes the chipmunks. So she considers them her pets. And, you know, and that's where she's getting all of her animal joy, is from this bird feeder in her backyard. And in fact, she has done a little bit of research on it and has learned like which plants to plant that are native to your area, to her area, she's in Pittsburgh, that will create the right butterflies and caterpillars to feed the birds so that you get more birds, yada yada. So anyway, she's like really into it right now, and she is really she enjoys these natural looking stitches. So that's what I'm doing for her. So actually this past week I worked a little bit more on these berries, and they look really good in the camera. So but I think I'm gonna start the second Chickadee soon. Maybe not finish down here, but just kind of move over and get that second one going. So I might be able to get this done in time to send it to her before the end of the year. Maybe not. She knows that I don't stitch with time frame very well in mind. So, but I am working on it, you know, regularly, so it's not gonna like languish forever. And then the other gift project that I worked on this week is the gift for my sister-in-law. And I pulled it out and I realized, you know, it might be possible to get this done by the holidays. Maybe not, but maybe. So this I got from an Etsy shop. And it's you know, it cut off, but it says this home runs on cuddles and caffeine. And I thought that would be perfect for my sister-in-law because she is a huge, huge coffee drinker. And she's also a very huggy type mom. Oops. And her kids are very, very huggy kids. So the only change I made is I changed it from this home to this mom. So this mom runs on cuddles and caffeine. And this is fabric that I dyed myself, and then I'm using all just DMC variegated flosses. And yeah, so I don't know, cuddles and caffeine. So I would say it's maybe half done, but the cuddles and caffeine are maybe a little bit bigger, more solid stitching than what I have done here. So I may not get it done in time for Hanukkah, but then her birthday's in April, so if I don't get it done by the holidays, then I will have it done for her before her birthday. So 2 goals. Let's try and do the first one, but if not, the second one will be fine. And then the last 2 things I worked on, I worked a little bit on Night Walks Down, which I started, this is by Blue Flower, which I started in August for my Black Cat birthday sal. Again, this is on fabric that I dyed. This is an opalescent linen. Linen's not my favorite thing to stitch on, but every time I work on this, it gets a little bit easier. So I still don't think I will pick linen as my first choice on anything. But with this one, when I dyed it, this opalescent, the color just came out really what I wanted, and with the sparkles in the fabric, it just does exactly what I want for the feel of this project. It's just very like ethereal and trying to pull it tight so get the wrinkles out a little bit. So I worked some more on the cat and started on this motif here, this flower. But it's just gonna be everything I want it to be when it's done. And I love opalescent fabrics. I really, really do. They just, they just do it for me. For not every single project, but for a lot of projects, it's like the opalescent just adds something for me that I love. So when I found this opalescent linen in white, I was excited to try it and dye it for this project, and then the dye came out exactly how I wanted it. So, and then the last thing I worked on was my Calendar Cats Spring, which I showed you guys last week that I had started it. So this is 4 charts, and again, I can't reach them. Edie Harper was the artist, and then they were charted. So I'm doing this kind of as like a quarterly stitch that I'll be able to switch out every quarter. And I got a little bit more done on this. More on the green, a little bit more on the cat, and then I added another flower. So this is gonna be cute when I get it done. And I like the four different ones. So, okay, that's it. That was a lot though, right? That was a lot of projects that I worked on this week. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of all that work. Okay, so haul. I have a little bit of stuff to show you. And then I have some stuff that I don't have yet. But I did order, I participated in an eBay auction for 5, they're actually needlepoint kits. And I'm going to probably keep a couple, and then a couple are going to be part of my Hanukkah, my 8 nights of giveaway, my Hanukkah extravaganza, my Hanukkah vlog. I don't know exactly how to say it, but I'm going to be filming every night of Hanukkah. This is part of my big ask that I did ask you guys, if you can see your way clear to do it, to send me a Hanukkah card, maybe with or without a little goodie inside for me to open, because I just want to re-experience that excitement and joy when I was a kid, where there would be a pile of presents and you would have to wait and you got to open something every night. I have received 2 packages so far from viewers, and they're both pretty fat packages, so I'm really excited, and it's gonna be hard to wait. And I asked for it, but now they're sitting there and I want to open them and I can't because it's not Hanukkah yet. But in addition to me getting to open stuff and share my candle lighting with you, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway of at least 1 chart kit every night, and depending on how many I end up having, perhaps more. So, yeah, so I have a couple needlepoint kits that were going to be included in that pile. This is my, so far my bag of the kits that I'm going to be giving away. And I have some good ones in here. So I'll end up showing these all like in the video before Hanukkah starts, that Sunday before. Hanukkah starts on a Thursday, on the 10th of December. And the other thing that I just ordered yesterday from eBay is 2 really pretty Christmas kits that I obviously am not going to stitch. I ordered them from you guys, and one of them is, you know, and I'll show them when they come in. I think one is a Busilla, and it is really a really pretty like snow globe with like the fur and holly, and it's really pretty. And then there's another one that says peace with Christmas angels. So those will definitely be in the giveaway. And then I have this bag full, and then some of the needlepoint kits that I have coming on the way. So yeah, it should be some pretty nice stuff to give away, but that's not here yet. So the other stuff that I have to show you that I ordered for myself, as I said, I've been a little bit obsessed with getting little ornament kits like Mill Hill ornament kits for my seasonal tree. So I put in a small 1, 2, 3 stitch order. I got another Loran bead nabber. So I really like these a lot. I have one that I am kind of keeping in with my Ringing Meadows kit. I have one sitting here. I got this other one because this is the kind of thing, they're small, and I am likely to not necessarily lose them, but not know where I put it. So I'll probably like add a couple of these to, you know, or add one to an order every time I order from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, just because they're inexpensive. They're like $1.60 or $1.90, something like that. They're under $2 from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. And I find them really helpful when I'm doing beading, which all of these Mill Hill kits that I've just bought all require beading. The other thing that I got, because I was on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, I always now, when I'm putting in a 1, 2, 3 Stitch order, I look at the clearance fabric to see if there's anything that's like a really good price, which in my mind is like under $5. And so I went ahead and I ordered this piece. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed. It was inexpensive. It's like $3. It's an 8x12. It's a small piece. That's fine. But it was heroic. 16 count heroic. But the reason I'm disappointed is because, you know, heroic is like this nice tan color, parchment-y color, and then it has kind of like some blue and red splotches. Okay? So look at my piece that I got. The only splotches, that my only blue and red is right here and a little bit right here. I mean, it's like you wouldn't even know it was heroic. So I'm nonplussed by this piece of fabric because it just, you know, I wanted the pretty blue and red splotches, and, you know, I mean, it's still a pretty piece of fabric, and of course I will find something to do with it, but I almost feel like, you know, like I would re-dye it because you can barely see any of the pretty color, which is the reason I bought it. So, but it was, like I said, it was on clearance, so you can't complain too much. Okay, and then the little ornament kits that I found, some of these were from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and then one of them is from eBay. So I got this cute little lion. So this will go on my tree in the summer because my birthday is in August and I'm a Leo. So he's really cute. And then I told you I had ordered this one, which is the Autumn Harvest with the 3 pumpkins. I would say these little ornaments, most of them are either fall, Halloween. There's a lot of Christmas, which obviously I'm not going to stitch. And then a lot of weird stuff. So I'm probably going to end up like having a ton of stuff on my tree like in the fall, and then I'm going to have to be creative for the rest of the year. And then this one I got from eBay, and it came with a stash tee. I guess stash tee because it's called stash is like the big stitching add-on that people like to do. And this is another autumn Halloween-y kind of one, and this is called Harvest Garden. So those are the 3 new ones. I gotta start on some of these sooner rather than later. I think probably the first one, I'm either gonna do the cat in the box first or the Love Potion number 9 one, because they will be on the tree sooner rather than later. So yeah, but I want to, if I get Leo completed and get some more work done, then I can maybe start a little ornament as a gift to myself. Okay, so that is, yeah, that's everything for haul. Plans, long range plans I did talk about last week a little bit, you know, looking into next year with things I want to get done. I mean, immediate plans like today, I'm definitely going to finish Leo today. I'm going to maybe work on the Mill Hill a little bit to try and get that a little bit closer to a finish. I need to pull the flosses for the 2 mermaids that I want to do for my niece Reagan. They won't take long to stitch at all. But I mean, I need to have them done before the end of the year, before actually the 27th. I need to have the whole project done because her birthday is the 28th, but we're leaving on our trip on the 27th, so I want to be able to give it to her there. So I only have like maybe 5 weeks to get it done. So yeah, I need to definitely pull the flosses for those 2 mermaids and figure out what colors I want to do them, and then maybe get that started. And then today, and I don't know exactly what time, so depending on what time my video goes up, you know, it may be in progress or maybe you just have enough time. Married with Stitches is going to have some kind of live event today. I don't know if it's just I don't know what it is, but they were talking about it last week, and I was like, I have to remember to do that because I participated in a live sale on Michelle Bendy Stitches channel 2 weeks ago, I think. It was the Bags Plus sale, and I'd never done anything like that before, but it was actually really fun, and I ended up getting one small thing. But yeah, it was fun. So I want to make sure I don't miss Married with Stitches live whatever that they do today. I have no idea. As I said, I don't know if it's a sale or if it's just a bunch of giveaways or if they're introducing new fabrics. I don't know what it is, but I want to watch it. So I think that's it for me today. It's a little bit shorter. Last week was really long. So today's a little bit shorter. I hope you guys have a great week coming up. Are you getting ready for Thanksgiving? I love Thanksgiving. I think it's one of my favorite holidays. And I used to really enjoy cooking for Thanksgiving. I don't have to really do that anymore. And my brother and sister-in-law have kind of like come to the conclusion that if they order Thanksgiving dinner, the cost is about the same as cooking it, and there's more time to spend with people instead of in the kitchen. So they're ordering. Although everybody, when my sister-in-law told me that, the first thing I said was the same thing that my brother said when she mentioned it. Make sure you actually get the order in, because I don't know if you remember, but last year they decided to do the same thing, and when my brother went to go pick up the meal, it was discovered that the order never went in. They never got charged, and there was no food. So it was a last minute running around to like different stores trying to find some, you know, roast chicken and sides and whatever. So yeah, so it was a bit of a kind of drama last year. It turned out fine. We all had a good time. But I think this year they're going to make sure that that order actually went in. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. I mean, even with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Thanksgiving's fun. But Thanksgiving with all the turkey and cranberry sauce and stuff like that is just... and I'm gonna have fun being with my family, especially after not having seen them for 3 or 4 weeks at that point. I did hear about my mom's place apparently, and it doesn't make sense to me that now they're talking about opening things up a little bit more right when pandemic issues are getting worse, but who knows if it's going to be put on hold. But they're talking about limited visitation. They're building some kind of a plexiglass. As my sister-in-law said, it sounds like visiting somebody in prison. But there's some kind of plexiglass barrier, and then you can make an appointment to go visit your family member for like half an hour or something behind plexiglass. I don't know exactly. It sounds a little complicated, but we'll see, you know, when that comes to fruition. And hopefully we'll have a vaccine soon. I'm sure my mom will be in the group that is going to get it sooner rather than later because of her age. So, and the fact she lives in a nursing home. So, yeah, so hopefully as far as COVID-19, we will all not have to worry about it as much soon. Hopefully, knock wood. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week, stitching week, weather week. Just have a really good time as we go in towards the countdown towards the end of the year. And I appreciate you all so much. And until I see you again next weekend, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye-bye.